Hey guys, it's Ramon here. With the very successful movie The Batman doing well at the box office, it was no surprise that a sequel would be announced as soon. At the time of this recording, it was just announced at CinemaCon that both Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson will return for a direct sequel to The Batman, so I wanted to make a quick video on what I want to see happen in The Batman 2. I'll discuss characters I want to see appear, some characters that I want to see more of, etc. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like it and comment on who you want to see be the main villain of The Batman 2. Let's get to it. I know that this villain is the most speculated on being the main villain, but I mean, come on. I think Mr. Freeze would be an amazing villain in Matt Reeves' Gotham. I think we all know who should probably portray him. In other words, bring him back to the role. That's right, the Terminator himself.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Just kidding. I don't know who should portray him. Maybe Bryan Cranston or Mads Mikkelsen? I just know Matt Reeves would be able to bring us a very scary, yet sympathetic villain with Mr. Freeze. And I know that a dude with an ice gun isn't the most realistic, but blah blah blah. This is a movie about a guy that dresses up as a bat, so who cares? And just picturing Gotham with a snow aesthetic? Chef's kiss. And while Batman would go up against Mr. Freeze, I think a minor villain that Batman should face is Victor Zazz. I could picture the start of the movie with maybe a news report saying that there's been another death in a crime spree. Batman is able to finally track him down and face him. We would then learn that this is Batman's fourth year. The cops are a little more receptive of a giant bat working with them. During his fight with Zazz, we see the adjustments that Bruce has made to the Batsuit, including having gauntlets with actual blades, akin to a more traditional Batman, for defense against knives and swords, or of anything of that caliber. I'm a huge fan, nay I prefer Batman having a black and gray color scheme, but I kinda want to see Batman adopt the blue and gray colors this time around. There's concept art for this for the first movie that includes this. Matt Reeves is a huge fan of the 1966 Adam West show, so I think blue and gray should be on the big screen once more. A character that I hope we see more of is Alfred Pennyworth. When Andy Serkis was announced to be playing him, I was so excited. Though he has a very minor role in The Batman, I dug him as Alfred, but I can't yet say he is my favorite version of the character. We saw him help out Bruce with the Riddler's puzzles, so we know that he can be a very hands-on version of the character. I hope he has a more prominent role in the movie and can continue to help Bruce on his Gotham project. Jeffrey Wright played James Gordon, and what a great pick he was. The chemistry between the two detectives was fantastic, and I can't wait to see their friendship expand even more. One element that I want to be explored more in the next movie is Jim's home life. For instance, does he have a wife? I don't think it's ever alluded to in The Batman, so I'm curious to see if he does. Does he already have Barbara Gordon as a daughter? Not that I'm already expecting to see Barbara pop up as Batgirl already. Side note, Barbara is already getting her own Batgirl movie later this year, or it's expected to be this year at the time of this recording. I suspect we won't see Jim be promoted to commissioner until the third movie. I know, I'm already speculating on a third film.
Chance.
I don't. I make my own luck.
I believe in Harvey Dent. I hope that Matt Reeves introduces Harvey Dent in the second movie. Since District Attorney Gil Colson was killed, there is now a position to be filled. The role would have big shoes to fill, with the amazing performance from Aaron Eckhart in 2008's The Dark Knight. I don't want to be a broken record, but I don't think we need to see him become Two-Face in this. Instead, we spend the movie seeing how much Harvey Dent is a good guy and cares about Gotham, but show slight hints that he has a very, very angry temper. The pure heartbreak it will be when he does transform into Two-Face. Sal Maroni should appear fully in this movie as a power figure who is trying to reclaim power in a broken Gotham. Harvey Dent should be trying to get him back in prison or something along those lines. With Maroni back in the picture, we can see the Penguin feeling threatened, since he most likely claimed Falcone's old territory. I look forward to seeing Batman and Penguin cross paths once again. Now, it's been more than 20 years since we had a live-action Robin on the big screen, and I won't count the lamest tie-in / Easter egg in The Dark Knight Rises. That was such a thing. I really loved Michael Cera as Robin in 2017's The Lego Batman movie, so it's time to have a Robin again. To quote one of my favorite panels from Tim Drake, the best Robin by the way, Batman needs a Robin. The carnival scene should happen with the Flying Graysons. I also think that Dick Grayson should at least be 12 to 13 years old. Having him be that age would be perfect, and the dynamic between the dynamic duo would be great to see. I talked about him super briefly in my review of The Batman, that I did, but I don't think we need to see Joker until the third movie. Maybe we can see Joker breaking out of Arkham Asylum, alongside Riddler, maybe? And he could be the final villain for Robert Pattinson's trilogy. Of course, no hate against Joker as a character, I just want to see some other characters shine. Some final ideas that I would like to see in the movie: perhaps a montage at the start of the movie showcasing some lesser known rogues that Batman has put behind bars, maybe including Killer Moth and Calendar Man. It might be already a given, but I think Matt Reeves will include more narrations from Bruce, possibly recapping the years that will be between the movies. While we didn't see a lot of Bruce Wayne in the movie, I dug this quieter, emo version that was focused on his vengeance crusade. But with the sentiments shared by Bruce in the final narration about hope, I think we'll see Bruce do some good as Bruce Wayne. Maybe we see him rebuild that orphanage, help the city clean up after the Riddler disaster. I also really hope we get more of Batman using his grapple gun around the city. That's one of my favorite things that Batman does. Alrighty, to wrap up my thoughts, The Batman is easily one of my favorite movies of all time already, so I'm excited for its sequel. I am so glad that it's finally been announced now. These are just some of my ideas that I want to see happen. Whatever Matt Reeves decides to do, I have complete faith in it. Just please include Mr. Freeze. Okay, I'm done. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And comment on what you want to see happen in the Batman 2. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.